Hello guys, welcome to finally release, not the final release of P-Break Part 3. In this part of P-Break, I'm going to discuss some topic that I discussed on the main channel a long time ago. I don't think that any of you will remember that. It's like the title was, I watched the number 5 video, which was a lie actually, because I didn't watch number 5 video. I came up with the concept myself. I don't know how to call it, since I don't know if it exists yet actually. I'm sorry, did I stop talking? And yeah, I don't know how to call it. It was that one in that set there is one ones, and in that set there are two ones, and in that set there is 1 1 1 2, and in that set there are 3 1s 1 2, and so on and so on. I don't know, if there's something that actually called this, but I've actually been playing with that a lot recently, and yeah, it's been really fun. The main goal of the first video was to discover quote-unquote, palindromes, which are words that are the same forwards and that backwards, which, wait a second, I have, written them down. Over here. And, that's the original point of the video. But, I've now found a lot of good ways to actually. So, one palindrome is 3 1 1 4 1 5, or it can be simplified down to 3 1 1 x 1 y, when x and y have to be different than 1 and 3, because if they're 1 and 3, then the set will change and it will no longer follow a palindromic structure. And of course there is that one I already mentioned. Okay, yeah, I also mentioned that one, didn't I? Yeah, this is okay, and it's really been cool, and also I've really come up with desetting the numbers. So for example, 1 1, what was the previous? So in 1 1 we know that the previous one was only one number, and it's 1. Sorry, that was like a word jumble. I'll do it with another example. So for example, 3 1, we know that the number before was 1 1 1, because in that set there are 3 1s, which is 3 1. And yeah, you can decipher, quote-unquote decipher, and then you will not wonder, because you've actually not played around with these, that they have to be an even number of numbers, because, for example, if it's 1, 2, 3, we know that there's gonna be 1, 2 in the previous set, because, you know, in the set 2 there is 1, 2, so 2 is equal to 1, 2, of course. But 3, what does 3 correlate to? There's 3 nothing, and that's how you literally represent it. If there's an odd number of numbers, you just write an extra 0 on the end, and it's 1, 2, 3, 0. Then you write it as 2 and then 3 0, so 2 0 0 0, which then decipher that to 2 zeros 0 0, which means that there was 2 zeros and 0 zeros in the previous set. So there's 0 0, which means that there was 0 zeros in the previous set, so that means that there was nothing in the previous set. So 1 to 3 is a universal number. It cannot be compacted into anything unless, you know, 2 3 0 is that's the only one. Wait 1 to 3, yeah, so 2 0 0 0, that's what 1 to 3, that's what it originates from. 2000, which is pretty strange. Yeah, that's because, you know, it's an odd number of numbers. And that's it. So I know this won't make sense to anybody, because, you know, again, you've not played around with these numbers. But, you know, if you have found out what the origins of this number are, then you can reverse it and do what we started doing, like in that set, blah blah blah, and we found out if they are the same, but they have to be the same because the result in the end is the same. And we even know, yeah, it always takes the same amount of steps. So for example, we know that 2333, which is a really good number, is equal to 53. Now if you ask me why, well, 2333 is actually, that means that there, in the previous set there were 2 trees and there were 3 trees, and if there were 2 trees and 3 trees, that means that there were in together 5 trees. So that means that 3 is another way of representing 5 3, and also, yeah, that's it. And another example I can give is like, let me think for a minute, because that's like the only example I've got. I'm sorry. I actually have another paper somewhere. I can look for it. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this one doesn't make as much sense. As I told you, I gave you the best example I could. 1 2 3 3 is equal to 1 5 1 3, which I don't know why it is that way. It probably is some, like, if you go back to the 2 3 3 3 is equal to 5 3, and then you reverse it, and then you expand it twice, and then the other one you expand it twice, and then you swap them, and it's like really hard to comprehend, and I can't explain it. Here's my paper if you're interested. Yeah, I can turn on the flashlight. Here is the goddamn paper. Can you see anything? Yeah, you can. Yeah, here are my palindromes. Yeah, you see here I've wrote it, the dumb shit, and here it is 311, 1x, 1x, because we know that there have to be 3 ones, there are, these don't really matter. They just don't have to be the same as 3, and they have to be, they can't be the same as 3 or 1, because that will change the set entirely. Also, these are the good ones, these are really dumb ones, and this one I found like using a really hard way, but it turns out it is just this, which is a really universal palindrome. Like, this is the best one. And here some other ones which I have not played around with, and I should collapse these. Actually, should I do this with you? I don't know, I'm really tired, dude. Okay, maybe if this video gets 5 dislikes, I'll do it, and 1 comment, which is a hate comment, then I'll consider doing it. I'll do it, of course. And also, there are some other papers that they don't really matter. This is the only ones that really matter. The other ones, when I was using an old technique of reversing these numbers, when instead of adding a 0 at the end, I was adding an X to the end, which is, still pretty good pattern to see which numbers consist of the most, like appear the most, which is really good for chance theory and some other stuff, and yeah, if you want to see my thingy, I know you want, I know you're dying to see it. Like, I don't remember what I was doing here. I think I was reversing one of the numbers, I'm not really sure. Let me go to a more interesting page. Yeah, here I found out like the stuff that I was telling you earlier. So look, this is a really good number also, which is just this, which let me show you. It's just, this, which is 1x. Wait, what? Whatever, it doesn't matter, it's kind of the same. Wait, what? I'm confused now, are they different? Whatever, it doesn't really fucking matter. Yeah, it does not. So here, I am collapsing this one, which is a really good number. I am not bothering to explain why. So we know that there are 3 ones in the previous one. Shoop. We know that there are 2 2s. Yep. And we know that there is 1 3. Yep. No, so now we know that there is 1 1. Yep. That there are 1 2s. That there are 2 3s. We know that there is 1 2, 3 3s. And we know that there are 2 3s, 3 3. Oops, stupid things. And now we want to expand this number. So there are 1 2 3 4 5 3s, which is this. There are 1 5 1 3, which is this stupid number, correlates to this stupid number, which I've written somewhere there. Yeah, so here I was doing every 3-digit number that begins with 1, which is a stupid ass thing. Here it is. This is the palindrome that we end up with. It is 4112 1xx. Yep, it's really fucking very unimportant. Let's check out some easier stuff to comprehend for beginners, because I'm starting up with the most interesting things. So let's start with how you're supposed to start. 1 in itself has 1 1, so 1 1, which in itself has 2 1s. which then has 1 1 and 1 2, which can of course be replaced with x. So yeah, every number except for 1 follows this pattern, and then after this every number except for, wait, what? Yeah, I'm stupid, sorry guys. Yeah, this is the only pattern, this is the pattern that only occurs with ones, because, you know, ones love itself. But if the number is 2, for example, then it will just keep 2 1 2, which is then 1 1 1 2. So x equals 1x, which is then 1 1 1 x. You know, and you see that it's true with every single one-digit number. Yep, let's go even like before this. Yeah, this is when I was using some really complicated stuff, like it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, here I don't know what I was doing, man. Oh yeah, here I was finding about like some bullshit, I don't remember. Yep, so let's start decoding a random number just for funsies. So, you know, 2 3. No, you don't know, guys. You should never fucking write a 3. Never. Okay, 1 1 2 3. Come on, I don't know what to write except for 3, even though it's the worst fucking number. So there's 1 1 and there's 2 3s. So there's 1 3 and 3 3s. So there's 3 3 3 3. Now you see why I hate 3s. Okay, let's start with 2 1s. 1 2. Nice. A cool, commonly featured. Yes, 1 3. We're not going to include this. I'm just writing the phone as number. Let's. Yep. So there are 2 ones in the original number and 1 2, which means that there's 1 and whoop, which means that there's 1 and 0 0, which means that there is 1 0 and 0 zeros, which means that there's 0 zeros, which means that there's 0, which means that the only real number that leads to 2112 is 112, and the only real number that leads to this bullshit is some bullshit. So there's 1 3, there is 2 1s, there is 1 2, there is 3 1s. Good to know. So there, then that means that there's 3 1s, 1 2, 1 1, and 1 0. Cool, good to know. I probably won't have enough space to write it here, so I'll write it here. 3 1s, 1 1 1, 1 2, 1 1, and 1 0. Cool. 1 1 1 2 1 0 again. That means that there is 1 1 1 2, and then a 0 and what was our original? Here it's 112, here it's 120, which means that there's 1, 2, 0 zeros, which means that there is 2. Yep. So 2 is equal to 1, 2 in our original ideas. Like there is 1, 1 here, so we write it. There's 1, 1 here, so we write it. Here we're doing the reverse of that. So 2, 1, 2, and there is 1, 1, and there is 1, 2, and there is 1, 0, technically. We added this one, so it's non-existent. Well, if we decipher it, we need it, so yeah. So technically the only real number that leads to 132111231 is this one, because even adding a single 0 makes the number unreal, so it's 3112111. Then we can decipher that further into this bullshit, which we can technically decipher enough further, but it's pointless. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah. So, do you have any fun ideas? I'm working on something serious. I'm working on figuring out like more stupid shit, like 5-3 is equal to, what was it again?